Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, sports world. It's the best sports reaction guy on the planet, on the sports world planet, AK Hello World.
Yours truly, Prince Dunn. We back again, another week. Hello World.
Mike V here to talk some shit. Hello Sports World.
You just came in ready to talk some shit. Well,
hot.
Well, it's been a lot of sports news this week. I mean, baseball started back up, right? I don't even watch baseball. I mean, even though go Giants.
How dare you?
Basketball, man, I can't do baseball. Baseball is boring as shit. Like, I don't know if it's because my great grandfather embedded it in my head that it's boring as shit. Because when he used to watch me, by the way, he was senile. He had dementia. Like he was crazy. He had like 7 pit bulls. He used to beat their ass. I'm just being straight honest. So yeah, Peter, he already gone. He already in the grave. You can't get him. But he was crazy as hell. But he was a cool guy, but crazy as hell. He had gray eyes too. And he's get real gray when he get mad. But anyway, he used to sit me in front of a little small black and white TV and watch the fucking Giants game. And most of the time he wasn't even watching. He was like walking around, getting into shit. Like I said, he was kind of senile or whatever. But I just sit there and be bored as shit. But he used to give me some snacks. You know what I'm saying? But I was eating my snacks and just like, I can't wait till this shit over. So,
man, as a Giant fan, man, Barry Bonds, man, he was hitting bombs.
See, just doing. Actually, I was about to say just doing Will Clark, but it was before Will Clark when I was watching with him. But I watched a little bit during the Will Clark age because that's when we went to the World Series and stuff like that. But yeah, I think that wasn't even the main point because I think even without that experience with my great grandfather, I still would be that person. Like, baseball is just boring as fuck. Like, I remember we did a field trip for baseball, and it was actually an A's game because I was at that time I was living in the East Bay, junior high, and we went there. We didn't watch near part of that game. We was just walking around, trying to holler at females and all that type of shit. Like, baseball is boring as fuck, dude. Like, it's a very patient game. Watching paint dry, pretty much. But teach his own.
It's different when you playing it though, man. I think baseball the chillest sport to play ever, bro. It's hella chill.
I try to play.
In the dugout, you talk about all kind of shit. Like it's super chill, man. That's the one thing it's the chill. It's like it don't have the same anxiety level that you have with football or basketball, because that anxiety is there.
My stepson,
it's chill, bro.
No, I tried out for a baseball team, and this was briefly in Daly City, and all the kids on the team was Spanish. They all spoke Spanish, but I knew 2 guys on the team. I went to school with them, and it was like all Spanish team. I love the catching part. I love the mid. Like that's why I brought a mid for my stepson and me. Like me and him catch. We catch. I love that shit. But the precision of hitting the ball at the bat, I wasn't digging it. And like I think I purposely sabotaged myself to not get on that team. But I would have been the only black guy on that team. Seriously, I'd have been the only Negro. I'd have been only Negro on that team playing.
Bro, you was on the wrong team, bro. Like I was on an all black inner city baseball team that went
Louisiana
championship, bro, in Louisiana, bro.
I'm in NorCal.
all black inner city baseball team, Schuylerville Hornets, shout out. And we went undefeated and won the damn state championship in our age brain, right? Like it's murking all the white kids. That's some of these nice, like, bro, it was like a movie.
You understand? Louisiana, NorCal. Louisiana, Northaniels. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. That's how things kind of play out on this side. But no, that's cool. I mean, to me, it wasn't an erase thing. I didn't give a fuck. I thought when I got older and I thought about it, I thought it was kind of funny that I was the only black kid on the team. I didn't care. Bro. I didn't give a shit. I don't know race. But yeah, with you play. I can see Mike V play a little. It was funny. So I was watching. I'm not going to plug nobody. I was watching my interview, and I saw Mike V in the back by the office, the old school office we had at the organization we was at. And I say that's what I remember about first time I saw Mike V. He had the baseball cap on. So a person that rock a baseball cap, they play baseball sometime in their life. You know what I'm saying? Rocking a baseball cap.
What interview was this?
Michael Modest interview. You was
okay.
Yeah, you was right there. They were showing one of the gym matches like that. I don't know, but you right. Your facial expression actually it's a facial expression you always use. It's like I'm thinking, but I'm bored, but I'm thinking, but I'm like, I don't know. It's like in between there going in your head.
Say breaking news. Wait, I hate to cut you off. Breaking news. Bro, Ricky Pitbull just KO'd my man. And then my man, after he KO'd my man, it's all in the first round. He KO'd my man. Then my man tried to come to. Then he choked him unconscious. And then the referee didn't realize he was unconscious for 10 seconds after being unconscious. And now Emmanuel Sanders was dead. Jeez. Emmanuel Sanchez.
You know what?
Dead.
That's a good. That's
all in the first round, bro. Patricio, I'm telling you, all in the first round, bro. In a matter of
that's
minutes,
a good.
Bro. My man, that's a good. He killed him. He dead.
So, Don, did you come with a story, or are you still watching Pitbull replay?
I got a fair file, real quick, fellas. I got a fair file, and it involves the situation with Kevin Durant and Michael Rappaport. I'm not sure if y'all are up to speed on that.
I actually gonna do that story, but I was like, I don't know shit about basketball, so I left it alone. I went to story I know best. MMA.
Yeah, but so you have an idea of what's going on.
I didn't read it though. Actually, I saw it pop up when I should look for sports shit, but I didn't read it though. Go ahead.
Okay, long story short though, they've been kind of having a feud back and forth over Instagram, and those messages was leaked on Michael Rappaport's side. So I got fair file, the fact that Michael Rappaport leaked private messages. And also, fair foul the fact that the NBA, as of today, is fining Kevin Durant $50,000 for the feud.
That's easy. That's stripper money right there.
But still, the principle is none of their business. And then it was a private conversation that was leaked by the other party.
Nah, business don't work like that. You cannot. Anything you do is a representation of your business, and a business can do. They can discipline you for people get fired for social media posts and stuff like that all the time. So There are people that get fired for racist and homophobic behavior at all levels. I ain't got no problem with him getting fined $50,000. I don't think Rappaport should have leaked it. I mean, that's one thing, but I mean, even then, bottom line, it's all Kevin Durant's dumbass fault. Like, if you're gonna put it in writing, whatever happens at that point. That's your bad.
Yeah, that's fair. As far as putting it in writing, but also with him, man, it's hard to figure out KD, man.
He's very sensitive.
What's up with your boy Deshaun Watson? He popped up again, like he in deep trouble. Like they getting deep with it, deep.
Hey, what's the funny thing about the Deshaun situation? Well, not funny, but it's crazy though because I guess his attorney found like 12 other women. And those other women testified and said they had they gave services to Deshaun massages, and he was perfect. He was a gentleman. He was professional, and it was a good experience. So I was like, "Well, damn!" 21 women said something allegedly something happened, and then his attorney found 12 more women that say. I was like, "God damn, Deshaun!" You know what I mean? We have to 30-something women now.
Yeah, but that doesn't. I mean,
bro, that's crazy, bro.
If you rape somebody getting a massage, I don't think that means that you're going to rape every person that gives you a massage either. Like that's
what I'm saying though. But I'm saying the fact is, bro, how many masseuses do you need, bro? You got like 30,
that's what I'm saying. Look, I knew you were going to have that as a story last week, and I couldn't be on, which was very unfortunate because I do want to talk about it. I love Deshaun Watson. I've loved him since Clemson. I love his ability. I love him as a leader, and I've been a big fan. And on the field, still, he's probably a top 5 quarterback in the league now. I mean, he might be number 5, but he probably is. But I'm sorry, man. Like I told you when we talked about it privately, with his resources and money and the ability from a team and all that, if he's going to a massage parlor, he's trying to smash, man. I mean, that's the way. I mean, he could have a masseuse sent to his house either with his own money or the team's money or whatever. They'd gladly do it for him in a second. So, I mean, he's out there just, I don't know, man. I mean, to me, I don't see how I would have that level of money and success and things to like blow and lose and even go to a goddamn massage parlor on my own. There's no way I would. No way. Man, unless they let me record it the whole time.
He in Houston. He need to holler at his boy James Harden so he could figure out how to keep his nose clean. You know what I mean?
Well, and Houston just got rated the number 1 strip clubs in the country. Was the city of Houston actually, which
took over Portland. They over
yes.
It definitely with Vegas. I haven't went to one in Vegas, but I know Mayweather should have the best. I think me and John talk about this. Mayweather should have the best. Mayweather should have the best collection of girls because that's what called collection. And he does not. Like I saw when he was publicizing him on Instagram, it's like that, and I'm like, this is what you're showing off. Like these girls weren't even hot. It was just like,
who's this?
Out of shape. Mayweather, his strip club.
Oh,
I'm like,
it was thick, man. There's some thick ones. See, I ain't tripping.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, no.
That's what I was gonna say. You'd be surprised. There's a market for everything, man.
No. It's different between thick and just nasty. I'm just like,
nah. Come on now.
Hey, I got friends that are like that though. Like, man, she got some big old titties. I'm like, she's like 275. She's got big everything. What the fuck?
Right. No. I get you. Like that's it. Like, but my thing is like, it was about okay. Like that's some girls he probably got there. That's cool. Like you said, it's probably something for everybody. But at the same time, for him to show him on Instagram, like, and I've already put, but it was like he was showing it off, and I was just like, that's gonna be your.
Don't listen to
your
Apollo,
market.
girl. You look good, girl.
Don't listen to Apollo.
But
Man, there's some strip clubs in the city with girls that got gunshot wounds and all kinds of shit like that, man.
Yeah, like I see some bad ones, but no, I'm saying though. At the same time, I'm trying to say it's like if I'm promoting my strip club, I'm gonna get the baddest ones. I'm gonna put on my Instagram, not ones that it's like that's not a bad representation.
But there are guys there, but he might be trying to appeal to guys that are into that shit.
Maybe, I don't know.
You gotta understand, with guys like that, if they see a girl like that, it's more relatable and they feel like they have a chance.
The only ones I've seen decent ones. Okay, we went to one for Joey Harder, huh?
It was like a tip drill video. It was too thick.
Yeah, somebody mama tip drill video. The one we went to for Joey Harder birthday was in Frisco. That one, the girls were. I don't think it was too bad there. I don't think it was too bad at that one. It actually wasn't that bad. And then like all the ones I went to was mainly with Hook, because Hook loves strip clubs. We was on the road.
You went to the Pink Poodle with us too.
Yeah, as I said, I went to that one too. And then the most memorable one is the fucking Tijuana. We mean Hook went to that one. None of them can.
Oh, I've done that. Yeah, that's insane.
Like, dude. So I hate telling the same stories on this podcast, so I don't know if I told this one, but basically, if you want any kind of drug you want to enjoy your night at that strip club, they had it pretty much, and they offered to you. They're like, you need coke, like that was on me. You know, like they was on Hook because Hook does his main routine. His number one routine is put a buck in his mouth and put his chin on the stage. Wait till they come. That's the Hook special. That's the Hook special. But me, like I said, that's why I was drinking. So I brought some beers and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But like I guess they was like really on me about really having this ultimate time. And like one of my excuses was that no, I needed something thicker. Because actually, the girl they had on stage, she was bad, but she didn't have like a lot of ass, but she had a fine ass. But I was just used as an excuse. And went to the bathroom. Oh, hey man, you need some coke? You know what you need? We got anything you need in the back. I'm like, man, you guys are wild as a motherfucker. But the main thing that stood out to me was these Asian guys. I think it's from Japan, whatever. I don't want to narrow down their nationality completely, but there was Asian, and there was a bunch of them. And one thing you want to do in Tijuana, stand out like you got money. And they had like these watches on. They were just throwing money left and right. I was just like, we left before they left, but I was like, they night could not have ended well at all. Not at all. Especially inside T when we was at. I was like, there's no way they walked out of Tijuana without getting robbed. Seriously, because it was flashing. I was like, that's the last thing you should do. But the guy, he came back later on with a half black, half Mexican girl. And she had a lot of ass. And he put her ass right in my face and said, psh. You know what I'm saying? But there's a little bit more to that story. But just, like Hook did with me, with his story, I'm gonna let it go because you know what I'm saying? People got marital situations now. So we'll leave that alone. No, like I was not into strip clubs. You know what I'm saying? I'm not into stripping. It's like, to me, it's like, a car salesman. And I hate the ones that talk baby talk, like try getting your, like the one we went to with Joey Harder. That one annoyed me because there was a girl there that kept coming to me, and that's that one we paid to get in. And I think I even brought a drink. I think I was drinking then, and she was like, "Hey," I was like, "I'm good." So she got to finish. She's like, "Look at me," like I'm like, "Yeah, like don't come over with your fucking fake ass talking." Hey, yeah, like that shit annoys me. It's like people try to work me. When people try to work me,
oh, girls, man, like I've
that's
been
their job. I know, but don't do it to me.
Girls, it's kind of weird, man, being in a strip club if you don't have girls with you. When you go to the strip club, like, which I've done both. I've gone with like a group of fellas, and I've gone like we got chicks with us. When you got chicks with you, it's a whole different experience, bro. I promise you.
What you mean?
like when you're at the strip club and you coming in with women, it's a whole different experience. Like it's almost like it. I don't know. Like the girls have fun a little bit more with your table and stuff.
No, but I don't want that. I don't want no attention. Let's think about it.
It's just casual, and then the girls that you bring with you, they kind of, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, I don't know, like a ego competition thing. Depends on the type of women that you do bring. So like if you bring chicks that you kind of like trying to hook up with or whatever later, or y'all, you know what I mean? Or if it's like a party and it's mixed in with chicks, it could get fun, man.
Well, you can't hook up with my wife, but are you and Mario still take Alex's invitation to go to strip club? Because she meant that. Like I said, my wife, she ain't joking. She's like she go to strip club with you and Mario. Y'all want to go to strip club?
Oh nah, he ain't going to no strip club.
Oh yeah, not now, but back then he probably went. But yeah, you come to town, my wife would go. Trust me, she'd go. She'd go. Y'all can go alone. I'm not going. I ain't going.
You going to strip club, bro? Take your girl collection, bro.
No, I'm good.
Take your girl collection, man.
I'm good. I want none of that collection. I want none of that collection.
Bro, he like girl collection is like the Players Club back in the day. You know what I mean? My place getting shot in the parking lot.
Right. A lot of shit
Players
going on.
Club, man.
Yeah, that was a good movie. I watched that in a while. My wife, she probably watched that shit. Like she loved throwing back the nostalgia ass black movies though. But yeah, that's crazy with a homeboy though. Like it's like, dude, like you got all that money and like it's kind of like the Aaron Hernandez thing. It's like, not saying I'm not trying to help people plot deaths, but I'm just like, you got all that money, you out there just throwing yourself out there in situations where you can have other people do shit. I'm just saying. I don't know. Anyway, but get the floor to actually I had something else to say about that strip club thing. I totally forgot though. Get the floor to Mike V. He was over there messing with his car door or something. Get the floor to Mike V, and he want to talk about some Jordan stuff. But you know what? You know what I need to do for the strippers right quick? I didn't even think about it. Get strippers some love. So we all start coming out for done. But anyway, yeah.
What the fuck? That's pretty good.
That's what Doug.
All right.
Around.
Yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about this this Michael Jordan thing that my social media post sparked between Apollo and I. Don, have you seen the post in question?
No.
I'm going to pull it up and read it.
Before you get to that, I want to say one thing. This came up before in our podcast, and the same thoughts I had on his post, which I don't, like I say, which is not something I take seriously. Like I said, I expect everybody to have their opinion about.
No, but we didn't talk about this specifically. I mean,
no. I mean, but your whole rap about it, about his marketing phase and stuff like that, when Nike's like that.
Oh yeah. Well, that's definitely there's no question. That's a huge part of it.
But the thing about it is, like, before my thoughts. I mean, before I had the same thoughts I put on the post, but it was like during the podcast, I was like, you know what, I'm not even go there because like I think it was during around the time I was like, I was trying to wrap it up, and I was like, we'll be here for another 30 or 45 minutes if I give my opinion on it. But I did say something, but it was like slight, like, yeah, blah blah blah. But I was like, but
done. My post was, it's amazing to me how much of Michael Jordan's luck or shortcuts get confused with excellence. So before I explain, what are your just initial thoughts hearing them?
My initial thoughts is that sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, because when you put yourself in the right position or right situations, you have the ability to kind of have a backup plan of insurance to where you could take these risks and people still think, you calculated with it.
Yeah, I mean, and let me be clear. It's very much like Brady, actually, where people don't know how to differentiate things, so they just go way too overboard on certain things, and they give too much credit to the person, and a lot of that is marketing, and it's It's, having the ability to count to 5 or whatever the fuck for rings or titles, however many they might be, whatever. It's dumbing down, complex issues, which are, who's better. I mean, things like that. Like when you're talking about, players versus players or how good they are in the league, it's easy to count to 6 and say, oh, well, this person has 6 rings or, whatever it is. But look, Jordan's, obviously he's great. I mean, he's one of the 3 best ever. If you have him as your GOAT, anybody that has LeBron, Jordan, or Kareem as their GOAT, I got no problem with that. But some of the shit is just like over the top silly though too with him, because here's the deal, and this is what I'm saying about luck, is that like a good example is this week is, the Lakers sign Andre Drummond and LeBron needs all this help and all this silly shit. Jordan got lucky. He had a great GM that got him Hall of Fame basketball players to play with.
Gosh.
And possibly, what most people would consider the GOAT of coaching, Phil Jackson. Without those things, he doesn't win 6, and he might not even win 1, because everybody forgets, and this is where the marketing comes in too, because after he won titles, the marketing got insane. Be like Mike and all that shit. I mean, the Nike stuff was way over the top, and I mean, it's successful because he won, so everybody liked him already. But once he won, I mean, that's what it was that put him over the top. But before that, he was known as a great scorer that wasn't good enough to lead a team to championships. And if he didn't have Pippen and Phil and Dennis Rodman later and all those guys, he's Dame Lillard. I mean, that's what he is. He's Dame Lillard, just in a bigger market in Chicago. And I mean, it's very true though. It's very true.
Hey, Lillard to Michael Jordan. How dare you?
Absolutely. From a basketball standpoint, yeah, they'd both be known as 2 outstanding, 2 of the best scorers of all time. And he would be known as probably, given his stats, he'd be the best scorer of all time at that point. But he would be looked at like Dame though, as far as like winning. He scores a lot, but he can't get a team over the hump. And that's the reputation that he had. And without that luck, he wouldn't be there. And besides the luck, the shortcuts that I say, a lot of the shit that, that's what people, look, man, the guy took fucking 5 years off in his career total in 2 different times. That's a shortcut. Like all this, oh my God, he won an MVP at 36. And he took 2 years off and rested his body. And then he took 3 years off after that. So, I mean, that's, people don't, again, you could think somebody's the GOAT and all that other shit, but if you lose all realism and can't understand that, it's not all perfect and Hollywood, then, I mean, I can't reason with people like that. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, there's a lot of luck involved, but that luck only works through the preparation. So I give like perfect example you said with Brady. Brady had a lot of fucking luck, man. All in field goals.
A lot of luck.
Not giving Marshawn Lynch the ball. That's another Super Bowl lost. I feel like
he was in fucking New England with Belichick. That's a lot of luck.
Yeah, but also that preparation through the systems that was set up in New England that he implemented in Tampa, because he spent 20 years under the tutelage of that system. And so that preparation it puts you in position to where when shit start to happen, you're in position to capitalize on it.
But that's a small part of it, because as a quarterback, you don't win games. You don't win games and lose games as a quarterback. There's no position on the football field that wins game and loses games. It's fucking ridiculous. There's 40-something guys on the roster. There's 21 other starters. There's dozens and dozens of coaches that are doing weeks of preparation. You're not even close to 50% of the reason. And preparation is part of it, though. Don't get me wrong, but it's a smaller part. The bigger part is that he got fucking lucky and he got to play with Belichick in New England. And that's the reality of the situation. Because look what happened. in New England, in the game, not after he left and everybody fucking sat out because of COVID and all this, and they, had Cam and all this, who fucking threw 8 touchdowns last year. But in New England, when he was in New England still and in that system, and that's exactly what it was. It's Belichick, McDaniel, all that. When he missed games, they went to Matt Castle, who is the shits. They went to Jacoby Brissett, who is not an NFL starting quarterback. He is a backup again.
How dare you?
And they went to
Jacoby.
And they went to Jimmy G, who's getting benched. And they were 14-6. They won 70% of their fucking games in that era when Brady wasn't even there. It's the supporting cast. It's the head coach. It's the organization. That's the biggest part of the league. That's the reality of the situation. That's what people don't want to hear because they can only dumb it down to one person and one thing. It's never one person and one thing. Especially in football. Football more than any other sport.
I definitely agree with Tom Brady. Yeah, boy, Mike, it was all Mike, baby. It's I wanna be like Mike. Man, it's all man. Mike, you seen how Mike was in the air, bro? Mike changed that thing.
They try to do the same thing for Larry.
Hey, he had the bald head, and this before people put Vaseline. He put Vaseline on his head. You feel me? They had that glow. Then he had everybody in the hood. Everybody, wear Vaseline on their head.
Larry Johnson, Grandma Ma, they tried to push him too. Look what happened to him. It didn't last too long. It was short lived. I'm just saying, he ain't the only one that had.
But but you're proving my point because Larry Johnson wasn't lucky enough to be drafted into a situation where he was playing with Hall of Fame players and Phil Jackson.
Yeah, he was.
If he was and he won titles, then he would have been around forever.
Yeah, if you want, but I'm saying at the same time
because Jordan won titles because of what was around him, not because of Michael Jordan.
Oh yeah,
it doesn't work like that.
It's a team effort. I'm just saying at the same time,
the team is the most important factor. It's not ever one player.
Jordan not playing all 5 guys on the court by himself. I'm saying is at the same time, yeah, they pushed him, but at the same time, he actually did his part into making it believable of them pushing him. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if he didn't do his part, and at the same time, he helped.
People wouldn't have accepted it if he wasn't lucky enough to be in a situation to win titles. If he doesn't win titles, it's all different, man. Nobody looks at him like that if he doesn't win championships.
But think about it, he won titles with his ability. You know what I'm saying? Like it was
his ability was a small part of it. The biggest part of it was everything around him. It's like that anytime you win.
Right.
Players don't win.
But at the same time, like I said to you on the post, it's like he guarantee you that I'm not saying all them guys, but probably Pippen probably had a chance somewhere else and probably accomplish a championship.
They already did when he quit 2 weeks before the season, like a total asshole, and they were 1 bucket away from the fucking Eastern Conference Finals. That's what I'm saying.
But what I'm saying though, which I'm trying to get to, is a lot of their momentum, a lot of their like I said, don't get me wrong, Phil Jackson got a big part of that too, but Jordan did make that team be the best of their ability they can. You know what I'm saying, on that court. I feel like if they didn't have a leader like Jordan, a lot of those guys would have been deflated. And like I said,
but that's the thing. That's okay. That's another good example. Because you win doesn't mean you're a good leader. Michael Jordan. There's a lot of things you could say to question Michael Jordan's leadership. His drinking and gambling and golfing all the time. That's not what you want from your star players.
But he came to play. My thing is, he was like the Bulls' Joe Jackson. You know what I'm saying?
But okay. Hold on.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
You brought that
I'll let you go.
Let me talk about.
Let me go.
He's not lucky enough to win a title, then he's known as the asshole that drinks and gambles all the time and doesn't take it seriously. The only reason he's not looked at it like that is because he was lucky enough to be in the best situation possible with the best team possible to win championships.
Listen here. This is what I'm trying to say, period. Like, I feel like Brady has a better sports mentality than Jordan, yes. But at the same time, his execution is not as good as Jordan for his team. You know what I'm saying? Especially the last couple of years, whatever. You know. Anyway, I agree with Dunn. I agree with you more on the Brady thing than the Jordan thing, is because I feel like Brady was more established through the support of his team, Belichick, whatever like that. Not saying Jordan wasn't, but I'm saying Jordan did.
What is Michael Jordan's record in the playoffs without Scottie Pippen?
If I can't play this, I'll let you speak your piece, sir.
I couldn't hear you. I didn't know you were still talking, actually. Go ahead.
My thing is, once again, my analogy, he's like the Joe Jackson of the he was like the Joe Jackson of the Bulls. And I feel like Phil Jackson was what'd you call it? Was Michael Jackson the mom? Who's Michael Jackson the mom name? Mrs. Jackson. It's called Mrs. Jackson. What I'm saying is, at the end of the day, yeah, he was drinking whatever like that, doing stuff, but just like Brady, regardless of his side issues, unlike Brady, when he got on the court, he brought his A game. That's why I feel like he didn't bitch at Rodman, because for one, Rodman probably would take that shit from him, but at the same time, he knew at the end of the day, regardless of Rodman issues outside the court, he came to play. You know what I'm saying? And playing against Rodman, he knew that. I'm just saying, Jordan was like Joe Jackson. Was like Joe Jackson. It's like you got Michael, you got all the boys. They got talent, but to make them be the best at their talent and learn, okay, you have to get up every morning, every night, get on that plane, get to every show, have your voice ready, have your dance steps down. If Joe Jackson didn't get in their ass, Michael Jackson would have been doing their spins all bad, uncoordinated, not drinking they tea and honey. You know what I'm saying? Joe Jackson was a fucked up motherfucker, but at the same time, it made them the millionaires they are today. You know what I'm saying? From Janet all.
Oh, not at all. That's what. But you're making the case. You just laid out why this is fact, not opinion. You're laying out why Michael Jordan is a bitch, not a leader. Because Michael Jordan's a bitch. He's one of the best basketball players ever, but Michael Jordan's the biggest bitch there ever was.
But I think his bitch assness was beneficial at the end of the day.
No, but it's not, because there were players that spoke about that. They left the team. They were pissed. They were not happy. Like, all that shit was unnecessary. I hear you. I'll get to that in a second. I'll get to that part in a second. But when I don't ever want to hear anybody say, because this is the opposite of leadership, and this is what makes him a bitch. If you walk out on your fucking team 2 weeks before the season starts, so that they couldn't even fucking replace you with anybody decent, anything.
His motions more like he.
It had nothing to do with his father, and he said that in the documentary. That's a bullshit excuse. And even if it was, that's not a good enough fucking excuse either.
But think about
I lost my dad. That doesn't mean that. I've been through it. That doesn't mean that fucking 4 months after that you can't get over it and go back. If you're a leader. You know that, and I was like that when my dad died, with obviously a much less fucking pressure job than him. Okay. But I knew that my team and my group needed me, the people that I led, and that's the same thing. It was 4 months after, man. He had plenty of time. And even he said, and it doesn't even matter. In the documentary, that's not the reason that he gave.
I'm giving you that. Take away the father thing, whatever. At the end of the day, If you feel like you mentally can't be there because your mind is not set on playing, I feel like that was the right thing to do, to not play the season. If you feel like your mind ain't there, I don't care if it was over.
He quit on his fucking team.
Yeah, but think about it. I would have for him to quit to be on the court and not feeling like he want to be there. I think that's
if you are a leader if you are a leader, how
So you want to be a bad leader? So you want to be a bad
leader?
leader?
If you are a leader, no. If you're a leader,
confused.
how you feel has to be left at the fucking door. It's not something that you can just fucking, I got this going on. Like, I mean, not every day. Nobody's a robot. Nobody's perfect. But at the end of the day, when you're a leader, you have people depending on you to keep it together.
Hold on.
And
so now they depending on them. They don't need them though. You said they don't need them. You said they can do it without them. I'm confused.
I never said they didn't need him. When did I say that? I never said that at all.
You said without them, there was one basket or whatever you said from
the Eastern Conference Finals because that's how good of a team they were.
So like
now, what?
So I'm confused.
He's one of the best players to ever play. There's no question. I didn't say they didn't need him, but what I said
that's what I'm saying though. That's all.
Yeah, but you're not getting it though. There's a lot of guys, and Tim Duncan's a really great example of this too. Tim Duncan has 5 rings, and Tim Duncan would not have 5 rings if he was not in San Antonio, not in that system, not with Greg Popovich. He's known as the greatest power forward of all time. If he's not lucky enough to be there, to be in that system and to win those rings, he's not known as the greatest power forward of all time. And it's the same thing with Jordan. If Jordan doesn't have that type of luck to get those kinds of players and that kind of coach and everything else around him, he's known as a great player, but not GOAT because because he wasn't lucky enough to win.
The Karl Malone effect.
Yes.
The greatest power forward of all time is Karl Malone.
Yep.
But he will never get that because he has 0 championships, and Timmy has
0 fucking championships.
Karl Malone's the greatest power forward of all time.
Okay.
So I see you stand on that.
And don't sleep on Charles Barkley either, because Charles Barkley's another guy that gets shit on for not winning a ring.
Okay.
Barkley was a beast.
Okay.
But I say if Joe Jackson is his leadership is the equivalent to Michael Jordan, then I think we all could say that Chuck Berry was a lot more like Kobe Bryant. You gonna just eat the cake.
Okay.
You gonna like Paul Gasol.
Okay, I'm glad you brought up Joe Jackson because I had a question about Michael Jordan. I'm gonna the same question about Michael Jordan and Joe Jackson. Same question. And you probably didn't. You probably say no, but I doubt it. So you think the Jackson 5, and also you think the co-starring Bull players would deliver the same execution on that court with their heart without that discipline?
No, they would not.
Some of them would have been better.
That's my point. That's my point.
Like
some of them would have been better if he would have said fucking nothing. They would have been better.
Okay, I'll take that.
If you make people not want to be at their job, they're not going to perform well.
No. I'll take that. I could take that. His attitude could have actually made people not want to play and be discouraging. I'm not taking that, but I'm still saying at the end of the day, I think the people that stuck around, that he made them try to step up to their best of their ability with the way his attitude was, they wouldn't have had as many championships if it was less than that. Because I feel like,
they would. That's what I'm saying. Of course they would. For fact, that's crazy. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. All that Hollywood shit, all that shit gets like it. This shit is it. When it comes down to like figuring shit like that out, it's boring. It's not a script. Like, no, yes, that stuff matters. Is it most of the reason? No, the talent on the fucking floor matters most. The coach making game plans all matters more than that. Is teammates pushing you? Is that part of it? Sure, but that's not the main fucking reason. They'd have fucking 6 titles if he wasn't doing any of that, and they still had all those players, and they still had Phil Jackson. They'd still have 6 titles.
So you think the Jackson 5 will? So you think the Jackson 5 will be as successful if Joe Jackson can get in their ass?
I would say that's not for me. I would say Michael Jordan's leadership style of manipulating people, it's not for me. I much rather prefer the Kobe Bryant style, aka the Chuck Berry. Just tell me to eat the cake. You feel me? And just keep it 100 with me and tell me to eat the cake, and we'll just be fighting.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, look, if you're a leader, if you're making people not want to be there, then you're not succeeding. That is not the right way to do it. And that's the thing too. If you want to be an effective leader, you can't have a style. You should be adapting your style to the personalities around you to find the best one that works for each person. But if you want to push people and yell at people and bully them and all that shit, that's all fine. I mean, like, for some people, that works, but not for everybody. And if you're running people off or making them not want to be there, they could be better without that. Who knows?
Like I said, one thing I made clear, I agree with you. I think I made it clear, but just that you
and let me briefly, your Joe Jackson thing, the only reason, that's a false analogy. The reason why it's different is that, and we could all agree on this, I'm sure, Joe Jackson had those kids think that he was thinking that he was going to fucking kill him. So fear of death, yes, that'll probably make you a lot better, but it's more than just, yelling at people and telling them they're fat or whatever.
Once again, back to both of those. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. I agree with you that it's not for everybody to be coming. That's it. If I was on the Bulls, I was a basketball player, I'll say fuck you. You know what I'm saying? And I'll bounce. No, I'm being honest. I'm not saying that is right, but I'm still saying the people that stayed that obviously, like, just say fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, they are winning, but I'm just saying, like, I think the people that did stay around and dealt with it was. They knew it did make them, want to do right, because at the same time our focus and be up on their game, because if they weren't, then he'd make them feel like all you is a fucking flat wheel on a car. But
look at now look at the evidence against that though, because again, and you might not understand this as much as Dunn, but because you're not as big of a basketball fan, but Dunn especially, listen to what I'm saying. So, if you are a basketball team and you lose your best player, you're a title winner. You lose your best player, and you have no time to replace him at all. He's gone for the season. You're not going to the fucking one shot away from the conference finals. That doesn't happen. And without his barking and his yelling, and without him being there all year, they were very successful.
Yeah, it showed how well coached they were too with Phil Jackson. The only example I could think of was maybe the Toronto Raptors as of last year rather. That lost it. Like that team before that Cleveland team with LeBron. When LeBron left, they was bottom of the barrel of the league again. And look at the Warriors. Yeah. They lose one player. They still got the other two, but they lose one player and they can't win a game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He wasn't there to yell at them or any of that, or do any of his Jordan stuff. And without his leadership, look how successful they were. They were very successful. And that's another thing too. In that documentary, or that 10-hour Nike commercial, as I call it, he called Scottie Pippen selfish because Scottie held out in the last championship season for more money because he was like the fucking 9th highest paid guy on the team or something like that. He called him selfish for sitting out. How the fuck is Scottie Pippen selfish for sitting out for not getting his money? But you can walk away for the whole season right before it starts. No, that makes no sense, man.
Once again, I'm not saying Jordan antics is not fucking is tolerable or I agree with all his antics. I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm agreeing with. Like I said, at the end of the day, only thing I'm disagreeing with is that his disciplinary style was a huge part, I feel, in helping them have that momentum they had and always want to be, bring it on the court as much as he did. You know what I'm saying?
But you're ignoring the evidence against that.
What do you mean evidence against that?
When he was not there with that, what did they do? They were very successful without him. They were way more successful than they should have been.
But once again, that mentality, like I said, who knows the mentality they got from that the way he was. Stick around.
These guys are not all fucking. These guys were not rookie players that all fucking developed under Jordan.
No,
or
I'm not saying
like
that. No, I'm not. No, I'm not saying that. It's like having a playbook of a mentality of how to go on the court and you know get yours.
This is what I will.
I've been saying he could have left. Like I said, when him leaving, they still have the same mentality, regardless of without the disciplined vocabulary for him behind their backs or in their face. They had the same mentality they had when he left, which was go out there and play hard as we can until we can't no more. You know what I'm saying?
That's a factor. It's a much bigger factor is the talent that you have around you, not just fucking. Oh my God, this guy's a great leader. Especially when there's examples of him not being a very good leader at all. I mean, he was not. I mean, like I said, I mean, bouncing on the team does not make him a good leader. Thinking that Scotty's selfish for fucking holding out, but you can dip, that doesn't make him a good leader either.
Once again, I'm not saying he's a good leader. Once again, I'm not saying he's a good leader. I'm just saying his way of approaching the situation, you know what I'm saying, it put fire in the ass. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying the way he executed. That's what I'm trying to say.
These are pro athletes. That fire is already there.
No,
you have that fire's there. No, it's there. You're out of your fucking mind. Anybody there's been 5,000, a little over 5,000 NBA players in the history of the fucking planet. You have to have a fucking fire to be an NBA player. All these guys have fire. To be able to reach that level, that's a level that none of us have.
Some people get those contracts, and the fire is not as bright as it used to be.
Pay for mama house and get
the
hood. Once that's done.
Right. They get lackadaisy. You know what I'm saying? And Jordan was like we here, but you know what I'm saying? Don't get lackadaisy because you're making money. Like, fuck that. We got to win these games. You know what I'm saying? That's
Dennis Rodman had won rings before he got there. Steve Kerr won. What did he win? He won
but 4 more. But I'm saying Dennis Rodman is one of the guys you was talking about. Regardless of his distractions outside, like I said there earlier, it's distractions outside, all that type of stuff. Dennis Rodman, I think Jordan respect because at the end of the day, when he got on the court, he did his thing. He hadn't say shit to him. He hadn't say a damn thing to him. You know what I'm saying? He could be on WCW, whatever like that. But when he got on the court,
he got a Hall of Fame basketball player. That's what I'm saying.
What you talking? I'm confused.
Let me boil it down to one question for you because
I'm actually agreeing with you. I'm like Dennis Rodman was.
What do you think is more important? Pushing people the way that Jordan does, or having a Hall of Fame basketball player next to you?
I'm confused what you're talking about. I'm not saying none of that. I'm saying that I don't agree with the way Jordan approached stuff. But at the same time, I feel
no. I know, but you're saying that I'm not saying that. You're saying that you think it's a huge part in why they won titles. But I'm saying, what do you think is more important?
Not every title, but I'm saying, like I said, like you said, it's other teams. They had leads like say LeBron, whatever like that. They had other leaders. Isaiah Thomas handled stuff in a different way. I'm pretty sure like Isaiah Thomas probably spoke to this guy that was straight off the hip with it, like come on, y'all got to fuck it up here and there. I'm pretty sure he was like Jordan, like being super militant. But if a leader is gonna be a leader, he'll speak his mind. Charles Barkley, I'm pretty sure he talked to his guys like, listen, y'all gotta get on that shit. I mean, he probably was like Jordan. Once again, if you're a leader, you'll speak your mind. You'll say, listen here, y'all fuck up here and there. I'm just saying everybody got their own way. But I'm just saying, regardless, I feel like it wouldn't be six rings when Jordan was there. It could have been 2, but I think it would have.
They would have won. They would have won every one of those rings without him being the same way. They were going to win those rings regardless because they have the talent, and that's what. And you're not as big of a basketball fan. They had 4 guys between 6'6" and 6'8" that could guard anybody on the fucking floor. That has never happened since and never happened before.
During that time, I used to watch. I started watching 2000 when basketball became a whole different kind of playing field.
Well, they had their athletic advantage with those guys because those are freak athletes, all of them, and they fucking. I mean, that's a huge reason why they won titles. There's a lot of X's and O's that has to do with the team that people don't recognize. Same thing with Scotty. He needed Scotty to win titles because Scotty did the things that Jordan didn't. Because Jordan, you couldn't run your offense through Jordan.
I was a Scotty fan. Actually, I was a Scotty fan over Jordan.
Yeah,
I love fucking Scotty fan. I fought him to fucking Portland for a bit. I was like, okay, I'm fucking roll to Scotty.
Hey, when Scotty didn't have Mike with him though, you know, me and Shaq was putting his nuts all in his face. Then Mike came back and they racked off 3 straight. And then they made Shaq go to the West Coast. Shaq was like, I can't fuck with this no more. Shaq left conferences.
Shaq beat them. Shaq beat Jordan.
That's when Jordan retired. That's a 1995 season. That's why
Jordan played
in the semifinals.
No. Jordan played. And he got his ass beat.
Nah, that don't count. Hey, that one don't count. I know you're talking about. Nah, that don't count, bro. That wasn't real. That wasn't Mike. That was, you know what I'm
talking
about.
That's okay. Okay, that's what I'm saying though.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, it was. That was Mike. Go back. No. That's Nike. That's Nike and Gatorade talking right there.
Mike was thick. Go back. You saw how thick Mike was out there, man. Mike. He wasn't
thick at all. He wasn't thick at all. He wasn't thick at all. Go back and look at his numbers in those playoffs. He was the same.
He go get his numbers. Mike, LeBron, certain cats go get their numbers.
But they're identical in every area. They're identical in every area. With his playoff averages for that season are right in line with his playoff averages for his career.
Those are numbers.
He was the same.
I had to do that because we'll be here all night.
They won 3 straight. They won 3 straight because they went out and got a fucking Hall of Fame player in Dennis Rodman, and then they won 3 straight. Yeah, it's weird when you're like a playoff team and you add a Hall of Fame player, you win titles. It's crazy. But yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah, JR. It was a slobber knocker with the Jordan talk. I hear you guys. I feel the same. Like I said, I know you're trying to change my mind. I feel the same way. I don't think you get what I'm saying. I'm not. Most of the stuff you said, I agree with. I'm just saying, period. At the end of the day, I still feel, which you kind of disagree with. I still feel his discipline ways on the court, and I feel like Jordan seen certain things that helped the guys out. Like you said, like Devin was saying about the Pippen thing. Like I think Jordan came back and he saw things like, hey, let's hear blah blah blah. I think he was a good coach on the side too. You know, for the guys to let them know certain things. So I think Jordan had a good eye for the game to be a part of helping that team also. But that's just my opinion. We got to running behind the time, way behind it. I was trying to keep it within an hour, so I definitely want to cut this short. Any last words? I mean, it can be about Jordan. I don't care. I won't get back into it because I said my piece. I feel like Jordan discipline, even though it could have been delivered a different way to his guys to make them have that same respect for him. I feel like it worked. You know what I'm saying? Not saying it need to be that way. I said he could have did it like Isaiah did. He could do like any other head leader did it, and it probably still had them guys playing to their best of their ability. That's the way he just did it. I just feel like
I'd say it contributed maybe 2% to what reasons they won the title.
Oh gosh, we'll never okay.
Talent's over 50 alone, so yeah.
I don't know, man.
I'd say Michael. The more I see about with Michael Jordan's character, the more it turns me off. He's the greatest basketball player in my eyes. You know what I mean,
yeah, that too.
Like basketball, like just the more you learn about him, the more I'm like, man, I'm glad I didn't know this in the '90s, right? Because
he got an ego. Yeah, he a narcissist.
It'd be a different life.
He's a narcissist. You know what I mean?
He's a narcissist. Yeah. He was a manipulator. Yeah. Like it was wild. So that leadership style wouldn't have.
Yeah, like I'm not denying none of that.
Tell me to eat the cake, bruh.
But I will say this: one area
eat the cake, and you know what? We'd be like Kobe and Shaq. We'll just be fighting. Just tell me to eat the cake, and we'll just fight, or we'll figure it out, right? But keep it real.
See, I'll say this: I think I agree with you, and you're disrespectful to the man at the same time. Because I agree with you about Brady's leadership, and it makes a bigger impact than Jordan's. Although it's not, again, talent is the biggest reason why people win. That's the biggest reason, not the only reason. But Tom Brady is a fucking leader. Michael Jordan is nowhere near that fucking.
No. The thing about it, once again, I think we can get our thoughts crossed the wrong way. And I agree with you. I say Brady execution as a leader is better than Jordan. He's he's a more pleasant leader. When Jordan was, like I said, Jordan was Joe Jackson.
Well, hold on. Brady had his Joe Jackson moments. Brady will get in your ass.
But once again, it's like this. Joe
Brady
Jackson
more like Puff. Nah, Brady more like Puff.
The thing about Joe Jackson. Yeah, that's right. We should use Suge Knight and Puff. The thing about okay, it was Suge Knight and Puff. Like Suge Knight, he step up for anything. That's Jordan. When he feel like anything is just not making him feel like you're in line the way he needs you to be. Puffy, I can see Puffy, come out as artist, but I feel like when it's necessary, like when he feels like they're getting out of line. That's how Brady is. Brady, when Brady feel like, dude, you fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like you should ran that route way different than when I said. There's no way you should have fucked up that route.
Brady's a colder piece of work than you give him credit for, man. Brady's a cold piece of work.
No, I see him.
But he doesn't. He's not making fun of people, though.
No.
Making fun of people is something else, man. That's
what I'm saying, though. Brady has to, like I said, it's kind of like when I was young, my mom gave me a whooping. It's like if my mom gave me whoopings just anytime, she upset about anything, about anything, then I would have respect for her whoopings. I never went to school. Oh, my mom whooped me like my mom whooped me anything like that. It's because I knew she whooped me. It was for a reason. You know what I'm saying? I did some shit I shouldn't have been doing. So I respect when she did it. You know what I'm saying? So like you can't say with Brady, you can't do nothing but respect his outbursts because you knew you did something wrong for him to act the way he acted. Whereas Jordan is sometimes it's like he is a bully. You know what I'm saying? So, like with Steve Kerr. Yeah. So, like I'm saying, I agree with you. Now, that's what I try to do with the whole, how many knowledge I try to do from Joe Jackson to Suge to Puffy. Like I said, I feel like Brady, he has his reasons. So, if I was on Brady's team, I respect that. Like I said, if I call somebody out of their name and they call me I call them a bitch, they call me a bitch back, why should I be mad? It's like, I should expect that back. But if a motherfucker call me a bitch out of blue, I'm like, what's up with you, motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got respect for you. Because, like, you off the bat, you come at me sideways. But if I come at you sideways, I can respect you come at me sideways. But, I mean, some price still go down. But I'm saying, I still respect that. I mean, I get it. Anyways, we went way over our time. Let me do my thing. I'm the one and only. I said before, I said it again. The number one sports reactor from Hello Sports World, and we have Prince Dunn. Do your thing, man, so we get out of here. Good conversation, though.
Yours truly, Prince Dunn. Follow your boy Tessu Prince Dunn, Instagram.
Mike V, you want to say anything related to Jordan?
Fuck Michael Jordan. He's a scumbag. Dan said it nicely, but I'll just say it. He's scumbag. Great basketball player, possibly the greatest ever, but just total scumbag. Other than that, no, I have nothing to say.
But yet he can do it. They can anyway. We gonna leave that shit alone. We not bringing this shit back up again. I mean, we can't. I don't care. We gotta do it in spurts because like this shit can go on for days. Cause I think last time we talked this shit, it was like a little shorter.
Yeah, but so much for that Nike endorsement.
But he shouldn't have. Hey, but, man. Anyway, let's leave this shit alone.
Fuck him.
I was say something else, but
fuck him.
I know it get like V.
Where's his Black Lives Matter shirt at? Fuck him.
Because he probably smart.
Hey, and with Mike, I feel like Scott's starting to set in now.
Once again,
the Scott's starting to set in, though, Mike.
This could be part 2 because I'm not even wearing a Black Lives Matter shirt. I won't wear one. I have my reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like
in closing for myself, the last thing I want to say besides fuck Michael Jordan is let me give a shout out to LeBron James for not being afraid to stand up for causes and stand up for change and still make a shit ton of money along the way and take all the heat like a fucking man.
But what's wrong with Jordan? Oh my gosh. What's wrong with, I'll keep going back into this. What's wrong with Jordan just enjoying his life and say fuck it? Like that's him though. Like if you want to stay out of shit and make his money and keep selling Jordan shoes, like I don't know. See what's wrong with that?
What's the difference? I'll tell you the difference. And this is a very serious statement that not enough people talked about because I don't know. They just because they would have to give credit to black people, which is probably the biggest reason. But the difference is Donald Trump would probably still be president if not for LeBron James in the NBA. That's the difference. That's the kind of difference that you can make. Because when you look at those states like Georgia and Minnesota and Michigan and things like that, those states all have NBA cities, and in and around all those NBA cities, those were huge winning grounds for Biden. The Atlanta in Georgia, again, this is Georgia, which was closely contested. Atlanta used their arena as a voting station, and the NBA and LeBron James, they were doing voting drives. They were they made it their top priority. And in some of those states where it was very close and where they won specifically because of cities like Detroit and cities like Milwaukee and cities like Atlanta, LeBron James and the NBA had a huge part to do with that. So it makes a very big difference.
But why Jordan has to be involved with it? Like, why does it matter if Jordan's not involved with it or not?
Why not stand up and do some shit for people
I wouldn't like because he probably like me. He probably don't believe in this shit. He already knows fucking politics. Like they all the same. Like that's how I feel. Like if I was a celebrity, seriously, I had $millions. And be honest with you, probably how like Lil Wayne did. Support the person that helped your pockets out. You know what I'm saying?
There is no they. It's not just about Trump. He didn't just get people to fucking not vote for Trump. It's not just about that. There's black people dying, man. There's black people dying at the hands of police. You could stand up and fucking say that. But it's white people
dying too, though. It's as many white people dying. It is, dude. It's probably even more.
Not for the same reasons. Not for the same reasons, and not in the same fashion, and not with the same level of quickness or hatred. That's completely different. But yes, there are white people dying.
But how you know it's hatred? The point's not going out there and say I hate these niggas. Like I'm saying, like that's people making assumptions because of their color.
No, I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen it 110%. I am treated very differently by police when I'm by myself and when I am with my black friends. Especially when I was young. Night and day.
But I'm not saying that. But at the same time, you don't think white kids that are look poor or blah blah are not getting I mean, like you said.
There's a socioeconomic factor that goes into it too. Okay. But there's a race factor that goes into it as well.
I'm not saying
yes, there are. If you're poor white, you're more likely to be killed by police if you're middle class or upper class white. But there's a race factor that is involved in it too. It's not just that.
Right, but what I'm saying though, it's like Jordan had to get involved. Like I feel like his involvement is not going to change the police from pulling somebody over and doing what they got to do. It's not going to change shit. They'll do what they want to do.
Sure, it does.
How?
Absolutely, it does. How? What are you talking about? It already has. There's already been changes. You've seen police departments defunded. You just saw that Biden ended the prison, helped start the way to lead the prison industrial complex. These are all things that are going to make a difference. The thing that's going to make a difference is legislation. Legislation is what makes a difference.
That kind of proved my point. Then Jordan didn't have to do shit, and it's already happening. He stayed at home. Like he doesn't get involved with that shit. Why?
That's fucking ridiculous. Because real men who aren't scared to fucking piss people off are out there leading the cause.
Well,
yeah. I feel like Michael Jordan, if he wants to sit out, he can, which he has.
Like why? Why did he get involved?
But he can't go to sleep at night fooling himself thinking he's a good person either.
No, but
exactly.
No. But let's think about it though. People like him don't care.
Yeah. So like,
you know what I'm saying? He don't go to bed go.
I disagree.
No, I agree because places. Because if he did care, If he did care, he'd do something. He don't go to bed.
Nope.
He don't.
No,
go
he cares, and that's
don't
why
go to-
he cares, and that's why he doesn't do anything. You're kidding yourself.
No. The
reason why he doesn't do anything is because he cares.
He doesn't care.
He's an insecure, sad little man that has to be liked by everybody. And if he speaks, if he doesn't say anything, then nobody says anything.
No,
but if he says
you don't hear what
something,
I'm
then
saying.
he's gonna piss 50% of the country off.
But that's what I'm saying, though. You're not hearing what I'm saying. He doesn't care about the part of the country not caring about him. He care about the other part, like you said. That's what I'm saying. He'll go to bed and sleep at night. Oh, damn, my black people. He don't care about that. If he did, he'd do something. So I'm saying the part you talking about that he care about his image, that's what he care about. So you go to bed, he's not thinking about that. He's thinking about, I feel good because, I'm not sending people that I like to make happy. So that's what he's smiling when he go to bed. Oh yeah, I still got my millions.
If you're in a position to help people less fortunate than you, especially when you're making all your money off of them, because he's making money off of all these broke ass people too.
Right.
You should be. That's how you give back. You get in and you make a difference.
Dude,
sitting on your ass and gambling and drinking and all that.
That's his money. He worked for it. He can do what he want to do for it with it.
It's paid for. It's paid for by people that are being like fucking killed. Like that should be enough reason to get in there and do something.
Man, put it like this. I'm not saying if I was in that situation, I wouldn't do anything like anything beneficial to the community, because I got a lot of this. I did when I was in the wrestling business. But I'm saying, if I feel like I don't want to be a cause of something, I'm not going to do it. Like, just because I got millions, that doesn't mean I should have to do something I don't want to. Like you're not obligated to just because somebody else going out there and giving out turkeys for Thanksgiving, you got to do it too. If you want to do it, you want to do it. I feel like nobody.
Then it's like Dunn said. Then you're. I would not consider you a good person. I would consider you a fucking scumbag. But he has the option to not do anything if he doesn't want. That's his option. But
that's what me and Dylan saying though. That's what me and Dylan saying though.
He's an asshole.
That's what I'm saying. That's what me and Dylan saying though. He's fine with that though.
Yeah, but he don't sleep over like.
Yeah, he's fine with it. He's fine with it.
That's kind of
because
cold.
if he's
kind of cold,
he's fine with it because he's insecure and he gets liked by more people if he just doesn't say anything about it at all.
But
but at the end of the day, he's fine with it though. He doesn't care.
He's Michael Jordan. He's Michael Jordan, and I'll say this, man. It don't matter. Like yes, it might matter with like a poor white person or a rich white person. Your police experience might be different. With a rich black person and a poor black person, it's pretty much the damn same. They still, and I'm as clean cut as they get. And I've been pulled over like 6 times in my life. That's a lot. I'm only 30, bro. I've been pulled over 6 times, bro. That's crazy. And
I've been pulled over more than that.
Yeah,
I've been pulled over a lot with black people.
Yeah. I had a gun in my face 5 times by a cop. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not complaining because think about it. Like I said, I'm not saying everybody gotta be like me, but like I know it comes with the territory. You know what I'm saying? Like I should accept it, but I'm just saying like I'm not gonna go back.
Yeah, you understand this is the game. And you understand this is the game.
But not only that, I put myself in a situation because I'm on the block. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the block,
bro. I'm minding my business.
Though. Yeah, I hear you. You're a different situation. I was different. I was on the block. You know what I'm saying? So like I put myself in a situation. But I'm not making an excuse for the cops. I'm not at all. I'm just saying at the end of the day, I'm not sitting there thinking about what Jordan doing for the community because he gonna live his life. You know what I'm saying? So like if he doesn't want to get a community, then he has his reasons. You know what I'm saying? It could be political reasons. It could be, you know what I'm saying, not feather the people that he's cool with. That's on him. You know what I'm saying? Like he's cool with that. Because if he wasn't, he have some guilt trip and he'll do something just to make himself feel good at night when he sleep. But he feel better at night not doing something. So that's my point. That's all.
And that's why he's an asshole. If you feel better not helping people than helping people when you have the ability to do so, then you're an asshole.
I agree with you. But my thing is like I agree with you. I mean, in some way, like I said, I don't think about it to a point like I call him an asshole. Like I'm not saying he's not for not doing that, but at the same time, I still feel like if you want to do something for people with the money you make and give back to communities, something like that, that's cool. If you don't, and you made your money, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, Jordan right now, Jordan right now could be working in the warehouse working in the warehouse right now as a supervisor. You know what I'm saying? And have none of that money to give. So if you want to do what you want to do with his money, let him do it. You know You know what I'm saying? Like he earned that money to do
Yeah,
it.
he can't. No, I mean, I'm not saying we should fucking have a law that says that he can't. I'm just saying that it's his choice, and he's an asshole. Well, his choice makes him an asshole.
I'll say this too, like so guys, like once you get to the level of once you get to the level of Michael Jordan and like Tiger Woods, you're not black. You're just Tiger Woods. You're no longer black. You're just Michael Jordan. But Michael Jordan have sons, and if they get pulled over, their life could be on the line because they ain't Michael Jordan.
Yep,
got cousins and uncles.
Yep,
black. Chocolate
right.
Too.
And Tiger Woods is another one too. It's all about branding. It's all about branding, and fucking that's what's important. So I'm not going to say anything. Fuck him too.
But what the I think Don probably says before. I know I've seen a close friend of ours with a letter M in it before, and because I know he feel about certain stuff like this. He was like he making us look bad. And my thing is like I never when a black person does something, especially a celebrity, I say they're making me look bad. I know, but just if anybody on this earth thinks one person represents a whole race, then that's your issue in your head.
I agree 100% there. I always say that whenever somebody's like, "Oh, this isn't helping stereotypes or something," it's like. They'll say that about rioting or shit like that. It's like, if people got stereotypes, that's ignorant. That's their ignorant ass problem.
Right. That's narrowed down in their head of representation. Like I said, somebody, if LeBron, Jordan, somebody do something bad, and people like,
it's not fair.
Jordan or LeBron made black people look bad. Okay, I'm myself. All I can do at the end of the day is represent myself. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Like I know I'm
you're
my skin.
You're worried about what idiots think if you think that this person's gonna make it all look bad.
And the only people you're thinking about is the ones that are prejudiced and judgmental and think stereotype. Because those are the
idiots.
Those are the only ones that take that and think that way. So the ones that got a clear mind and not stupid to go, okay, LeBron James representing all the black people, so all black people is this way. Then then they're an idiot. You shouldn't worry about their opinion anyway. But me, like I said, I represent myself. I don't represent, like I said, even if I had the spotlight, I don't represent none of my people. I represent myself. At the end of the day, if somebody came up to me, I was a famous person. So how you feel representing black people? I ain't representing nobody. I represent myself, my family. The only person I'm representing is my family, my wife, and whoever in my household, whatever. I'm representing them. I'm not representing the whole damn United Africans of America. No, our fucking over there across the ocean in Africa. I'm not doing that. I'm not taking on that pressure. I'm just being honest. But anyway, go ahead. My bad.
Yeah. I don't think it works in reverse anymore though. Like that was a big thing. That was a real big thing. To where it's like, man, very few black people would get opportunities. It's more of like a 80s, 90s mentality that we would learn from our mothers and fathers that are now in their 60s and 70s, right? Because that was their life. Yeah, So that was something that they taught us, but it's no longer relevant in today's times. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the thing about it. Like, I was saying to somebody one time, I brought this up. I don't know who it was. If it was the 50s or 60s, during the time when we started, not
even that long, bro. I would say 80s, 90s. Like
no. What I'm saying, like, I'm trying. I'm going somewhere when it was fresh for us to have a representation of how we are as free. You know what I'm saying? Like during those times, I was back in those days. I'd be like, okay, I can see myself representing the black people because are black people any kind of way, because it's like now we had an opportunity to be out, in this world and be free and do what we got to do and represent our freedom. Then I can see back in those days be going, okay, whatever I do is representing our people because it's so fresh of our freedom, our complete freedom. But it's like, like you said, like 80s or 90s, mainly 90s and up.
It was
90s and up. It's like we're past that stage of everything one black person do represent the whole black nation. Like that shit's.
But and that's my problem, because part of the reason that change has happened is because of people like Ali and Jim Brown and black athletes that stood up and helped make change. And that's why when you have powerful ones that choose not to, that's why it's so bothersome to me, especially ones like Woods and Jordan, who are, I mean, they're probably. I mean, you could make a case maybe 2 of the top 5 most, recognizable and loved black athletes of all time. I mean, that's just
they're not even black no more. They're just, like I said, they just Tiger and Jordan at this point. I'm just
right.
That's
true.
what makes it.
That's
but
true.
that's what makes it so.
You say Jordan,
you're right. But
you say
but
Jordan.
That's what makes it so fucked up is that they don't have to go through those struggles because you're right. It is going to be something different. And even with the Tiger Woods thing,
but
they're not releasing the cause of the crash because
he was
of privacy concerns.
High. He was drunk or high, clearly. And
but that's what I'm saying. If the motherfucker's
driving
name, if he was
traffic, speeding and
if his name was Michael Dunn from Berkeley, they would have plastered that shit all over the fucking papers. But that's what I'm saying. It makes it even worse that when you get those advantages and you are seen that way and you don't have to go through that struggle and you're just like, fuck all of you that do, that's fucked up, man. No, but that's some cold shit, especially when they're buying your shit.
No, but Tiger, I can't vouch for, but Jordan did come from fucking riches. Tiger came from a decent lifestyle. So Jordan been there. So I said he had the opportunity to go through stuff to when he got big and famous and rich, to decide if he want to get back to community, you know what I'm saying, type thing. So he has his reasons, you know what I'm saying? But Tiger, I can see why he's super blinded, you know what I'm saying, from that shit. Because, so Tiger ain't, he ain't really went through no real.
But what's crazy is, bro, but if we just stop fucking with Tiger, then people look at us like we something to fuck wrong with us.
I give 2 shits about Tiger.
He's a black man, and you should. What he's done for golf and the black golf. If we just stop fucking with him, but real talk. If we just stop fucking with him, people would be looking at us like we got a problem. You know what I mean?
No, but
he ain't fucking with us the whole time. But that's a whole nother podcast.
But that's the thing. With simple-minded people are people are. I mean, people in each nationality want somebody to represent them. Many black people. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, the first black master golf guy, you look at him, you like, okay, he look very Asian, but black people jump on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to have representation. It's like
you got from Compton, you gotta have all kinds of ass.
Yeah, I mean shit. Venus Serena. But same time with me. When it's announced, I'm just like, okay, all right, they look Asian, but I was like, oh yeah, like even when Obama got elected in office, I wasn't like, yeah, he represented. To me, I just I don't get caught in that shit. You know what I'm saying? To me, it's just like, okay, let's see what he does. I'm not like, you know what I'm saying, but teach their own. People want to do that, that's cool. But me, I'm not jumping on the wagon of representation. I just don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So, but if people do, each your own. But anyway,
I'll tell you what. The women, I'll tell you what. Serena Williams, the women that girl collection, they look like Serena, boy.
No, actually, she looks better than those girls. That says a lot. I'm saying no, Serena, I give it to her. She got that solid thing. Anyway.
And you slap her on the ass, it don't no jiggle at all.
My finger will break it. My finger will break again. No jiggle. It be broken like the guy from MMA.
Braden's mom used to play tennis with her and her sister. I got stories for you.
Yeah. She look athletic. Anyways, let's get out of here, guys. Let's get out of here. Anyways, good shit. I already said my goodbye speech. You guys. That's right. I think Dunn did. Mike V, I don't think you want to say anything, but you want to plug your show on weekdays?
Oh, yeah. Well, what I was saying, I was just plugging fuck Michael Jordan and right on LeBron James. But, yeah, Mike V Sports Drill. I'll definitely have a couple more videos coming up this week. I know I'll have something coming up this weekend that I'll be working on for you NBA fans on the Milwaukee Bucks. So that'll be exciting, I'm sure.
And also, I might as well plug myself. I will start doing. I already did a reaction. It's not up yet. I want to get into it, but I'll do more reactions for sports. It can be from basketball, football, even WWE. I'm throwing that in there. Yeah, something good this week I should have did, but I didn't do it. But that'd be every once in a blue moon. Just many botches and stuff like that. So that's gonna be my show. Prince Dunn. You doing betting, right? I don't want to throw you out there, throw the mic to you if not need to be.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be doing some UFC betting. Right now we don't have a card coming up. We got one championship next Thursday making their debut, I believe. They're going to be on TNT, and then we got the UFC returning next week with Marlon Vettori, and we have Kevin Holland that'll be stepping up on short notice to take on Vettori in the main event.
Dude.
So that's
So wait,
We gotta go.
so what you're saying is that this weekend will be the best weekend of UFC ever, right?
there's no UFC fights.
Just for
So
that.
I was correct. I was correct in my statement. Then understood.
We're heading out, but just for that, Mike V, I'm gonna say one more thing to torture your ass for saying that. Kevin Holland, I would love to hear Dana White. I got to go back and look at the post fight interviews after that last fight. It was funny for a second, you know what I'm saying? It's funny when you're actually winning or fighting, but the shit he did, it just annoyed me betting wise. It annoyed me because it's just like you weren't funny. You know what I'm saying? Like he kept talking.
Who's fighting next weekend?
Who is?
Him, Kevin Holland versus Marlon Vettori. So
What's it on?
Oh, it's going to be on. I believe that's going to be on ESPN Plus.
Hey,
I will make my return to UFC programming and watch that show.
Oh, please do. No need to torture yourself if that's the case. Dunn, do you think Kevin will be less verbal this matchup?
The last fight was a defense mechanism. He did that to give himself a built-in excuse. Therefore, if he lost, that's a mental. I don't know. Fighters are weird like that, bro. Like fighting is so mental, bro. Fighters are weird like that.
Yeah, I hear you. But
also, he revealed to me. I like Kevin Holland a lot, but I feel like he's gonna be a guy like a Donald Cerrone guy, to where he's a guy that fights and makes money, but never becomes champion because for whatever reason, it's hard to get to the other side. You know, from a mental standpoint, I like him a lot.
How awkward was it when Dana White and Khabib was kind of smiling at him like, yeah, because like they enjoy his.
Habib knew what was going on after round two. Habib knew what was going on.
I'm saying after round two, Dana White, and then it went from like to like, yeah, dude, yeah, we get it, like get to action, motherfucker. Like it was so awkward. I was just like, dude, shut the fuck up. It was so silly. But anyway,
AKA now, though. He's at AKA now, Kevin Holland. So we'll see.
Okay.
He only been there 2 weeks, but we'll see.
All right, let's get out of here, guys. We went 2 hours, so let's get the fuck out of here.
It was fun though.
It was fun. Anyway, to all the world out there, to Hello Sports World people, viewers, goodbye.
Hello world.